Hello and welcome again to Ozentern channel. Today we're going to talk about magnesium, one of the most popular products in the community pharmacy. Today I will talk about the magnesium in regards to the characteristic of the product and the absorption, the difference in salt form, and we will go quickly through the brands that are available and sitting on the shelf and which is best to be recommended in certain cases. So to begin with mechanism of actions, let's talk about one of the major indication of the magnesium, which is relief of muscle cramping and restless leg. And the magnesium is exerting this effect simply by just replacing the calcium from binding to its active site in the muscle. So as we know that the calcium is required for muscle contraction, and the mechanism of magnesium is simply by shifting the calcium from its binding site in the muscle. Therefore no contraction will be done. Now, the next mechanism of one of the major uses of the magnesium is the relaxation and relieving of the stress. And the magnesium is exhibiting this effect through main three aspects, as it plays a role in the neurotransmission. Also, it plays a role in the melatonin synthesis that is required for initiation of the sleep, and the last thing is mimic the action of GABA, and also play a role in the GABA synthesis, which is the GABA aminobutyric acid. Now we will talk about the different salts available in the products, and we will talk about what the meaning of chelated and its benefit in terms of absorption. So the different salts that we have is the magnesium citrate, magnesium aspartate, magnesium oxide, magnesium glycinate, and magnesium orotate. And as we notice, all these are chelated, and we have magnesium oxide as pure salt. Now let's talk about the absorption of the magnesium and the difference between salt form and the chelated form, and which is better. So to start with, magnesium being positively charged, it needs to be combined with negatively charged anion to form a stabilized compound, stabilized salt. So let's say that this is the stabilized form. After taking the tablets that will go into the stomach, the stomach acid and the low pH is very important for the magnesium to disintegrate to the ionized form again and to be broken down. In this section in the stomach, there is the channels called the ion channels, through which the magnesium will be absorbed to the circulation. So the hassle that magnesium will face in the stomach to be absorbed is, first of all, the pH, and should be low pH in order for the magnesium to be ionized again. And that's why we recommend to take the magnesium tablet with the first bite of food, so that we get the acidity that will be secreted after food stimulation, and then the magnesium will be disintegrated and be absorbed. The other thing in the absorption of the magnesium is the magnesium will compete with other ions in the stomach in order to be absorbed. That's why the full absorption is not guaranteed because it is a competitive process. The good example of the magnesium salt that will be affected of this is the magnesium oxide. The magnesium oxide is very stable product, and as it is a very stable product, it's difficult to be degraded into magnesium and oxygen. Therefore, when we take the magnesium oxide, it's the absorption rate is very low, so that most of the swallowed magnesium oxide will reach the intestine, and as the magnesium oxide as such would reach this point, it will attract water. That's why one of the major adverse effects of the magnesium oxide is diarrhea. But on the other hand, one of the benefits of the magnesium oxide is, number one, it carry a high percentage of magnesium per tablet. So let's say this is the magnesium oxide tablet. High percentage of that tablet is magnesium. That's why one of the benefits of the magnesium oxide is compliance, as you can recommend it as single daily dose. Because it doesn't need to be taken more frequently combined with the other salt. Now let's have a look on the chelated magnesium. What's the chelated magnesium? Magnesium that is combined with amino acid. That's called chelated, and we can recognize the chelated magnesium from the name that ends with ATE, like glycinate, orotate, and so on. After taking the chelated magnesium tablets, it will go to the stomach. The chelated magnesium is very stable. That would not be affected by the stomach acidity, and it will reach to this site intact. What does that mean? When it reaches this site, there is another channel called dipeptide channel. The dipeptide channel will absorb the magnesium chelate completely. Therefore, there's no competition in this case. And also, the number of the dipeptide channels is high in number compared with the ion channel that we talked about in case of the magnesium salt absorption. Therefore, the magnesium amino acid chelate's benefit is acid stable, so it doesn't matter if you take it with food or without food, it will be absorbed almost completely, and also it's protected by this amino acid and also act as a carrier for this magnesium toward the dipeptide ions. Alright, back again to the different salts. As we mentioned, is the magnesium citrate, the chelated, magnesium aspartate, magnesium oxide, magnesium glycinate, and magnesium orotate. So let's talk about the difference between the salt characteristics, and I'll give you some keywords or mnemonics just to help you memorize these difference and help you to recommend different products in different case. Let's start with magnesium straight. It goes straight. That means it's good in absorption and also that have laxative effect. So the magnesium straight goes straight into the muscle. Back again to magnesium oxide, it will hide. What does that mean? It means that it will hide in the GIT, it's low in absorption, so it's staying there, not well absorbed. It is good to recommend that with people who are not compliant well with the tablets, and also people with chronic constipation, as the magnesium oxide is very laxative. We have the salt, magnesium glycinate. Remember the glycinate, remember the glee. The glee means happiness, so it relieves stress. As the glycinate is important in the synthesis of neurotransmitters in the GABA aminobutyric acid, that's why it is good for relaxation. The last one is the magnesium orotate. Remember the orotate for the heart, so this T and the heart will remind you that magnesium orotate is good for heart health. Let's take examples of the products that are available for the chelated. So first of all, we have the ethical nutrients mega magnesium, which is available also in powder form. The benefits of powder form is the ease of absorption, but with the tablets you will guarantee to get like exact dose each time you take the tablets. Otherwise the powder form is better in terms of absorption. So the mega magnesium ethical nutrients is the amino acid diglycinate, and remember the glycinate good for the glee, therefore you can recommend the mega magnesium in cases of stress and the patient need to relax. Another example is Nature's Own Magnesium Chelate 500, and this is quite high dose. Now, other example of the chelated is the Magnesium Aspartate, which are we have the Maxup and the Magmin Black Moss. The Magmin, we have a note here that theoretically not for relaxation, as the aspartate has excitatory action in the CNS. So the excitatory action in the CNS will offset the relaxation action for the magnesium. So it's better to avoid Maxup or Magmin in case of patient need some relaxation. Now we have the magnesium oxide. Remember, this is good for compliance as it's got a high percentage of magnesium per tablet. We have the Black Moss Bio-Magnesium. The Bio-Magnesium, remember this O, which is oxide for bio, the Black Moss. Also the Nature's Way Magnesium Sleep Well, that will also combine with other products like Kava for the sleep. So the magnesium sleep well, and the Black Moss Bio-Magnesium is an example for the magnesium oxide. We have the magnesium straight, which is good in absorption. We have the Nature's Own Mega Magnesium powder with CoQ10, so that's a good choice to recommend that for someone on statins products or also for the heart health. And we have the Bloom's Tri-Magnesium Straight. Bloom's Tri-Magnesium Straight. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for listening, and hope this video will help you recommend the magnesium, will be more confident to talk about the different magnesium in case someone asks you about which product should I choose. Thank you again, and see you in the next video.